In this video, we'll demonstrate how to streamline truss input using boundary-defining work lines. You'll learn how to precisely create work lines to guide truss layout, as well as how other structural elements, such as girders and existing trusses, can be used as reference boundaries during truss envelope creation. If you prefer to not have the dimensions on in your layout, turn those off from the Options menu using the Dimension Truss Runs and the Dimension Bearing Envelope buttons. Let's get started. Right-click and select Work Line. For the options on all of our work lines, we will select and use the point-to-point method, as well as making each work line a segment and making them all bounding. One final note, make sure to click Insert so to place the work line after you have placed it in your layout. We're going to put our first work line in across the front porch. So let's pan over and zoom in so to focus on this area. To assist with the placement of work lines, we can uncheck everything except for truss and bearing envelopes in the Snap Against options. Here, we will click to place the right end where the outside edge of the porch intersects the wall on the house. Then move over to the other side and click to place the left end where the outside edge intersects with the wall of the house as well. Click Insert. Make sure work lines are visible. You can also verify the lines being added from the Collections panel along the right side under Work Lines. Next, we are going to add another work line across the garage. Pan over to focus on this area. Right-click and select Work Line. We will again use the point-to-point method, make it bounding, and add as a segment. Click to snap to the right side where the outside edge of the garage wall intersects the house, and move across to place the left end where the outside edge meets the house and click. Then click Insert. Next, pan over to the back of the house. We will add a work line across the back of the house where the exterior wall intersects with the porch. Right-click, select Work Line, then select Point-to-Point method, add the bounding and segment options as well. Zoom in and click to place the right side and then move over and click to place the left side. Click Insert. That should do it for adding our work lines. Let's create some trusses. The first run of trusses we're going to put in is at the fireplace. Pan over to this area and we will start with the simplest one first. Click to select the gable, then right-click and select Start Run. Slide your cursor down to add the trusses and click to place them. You can see that this left end indicator is on the wrong side, but we'll take care of that later. Pan to the rear of the house, where we will focus on adding the trusses for the rear porch. We will start our truss run from the right side corner jack. You can also hover over the truss, or in this case the corner jack, and then right-click to select Start Run without having to select it first. So right-click over the corner jack, then select Start Run. We will change the spacing here to 4 feet, just to get that first one in, and click. Hover over the new truss we just added, right-click and select Start, Run again. Drag down and click to add the truss. The next run of trusses we'll put in is for the main part of the roof. Let's hover over the truss along the right side of the house, right-click and select Start, Run. Notice how the trusses do not extend into the porch areas because of the bounding work lines along the front and rear porch. However, if we look at the left side of the front porch, we see one of the trusses is extending into the front porch area. We need to adjust the overhang to match the adjacent trusses. Press Escape to make sure no other truss is selected. Then click the truss we want to modify. And from the Properties panel, find the left overhang setting and change the distance to be 1 foot. This will now match the rest of the trusses that have a 1 foot overhang. Next, we will hover over the front porch, right-click, select Start Run, and then drag up and click to add the trusses. Because of the vaulted porch ceiling, we want to add one more truss. We'll add the new truss by duplicating and moving the last truss in the run. First, let's press Escape to make sure we have no other trusses selected. Next, select the truss. Then we'll right-click and select Duplicate Truss Envelope. If you need to add a snap option, do so in the Options for Snaps to place the truss. I added the truss envelopes to my Snap Against options. We will define the origin as the upper right end of the truss. Then we will pick the destination to be where the porch beam intersects the front wall. This option speeds up the process when adding a single truss to your layout. There you have it. The new truss is placed. Now let's pan over to the left side of the house. Here we will add the trusses for this area. Again, we can simply right-click on the truss to get our options we need for our next steps without having to select it first. So hover over the truss here on the left side, right-click, then select Start, Run. Next, drag your mouse over to the right and click to place the trusses, so to not have any overlapping. Next, we will pan down to the garage area and we will add our last set of trusses. For the first one, we will put in just as we did along the rear porch. We will use the left side corner jack to start our process, so to have the left side of the trusses all start from the same side. Right-click on the corner jack, then select Start, Run. Here we will set our spacing to 4 feet and click to add this first truss. Next, we will right-click on the new truss we just added, then select Start, Run. Then slide your mouse up and click to place these trusses. Let's take a final look at our trusses in 3D. As you can see here, the trusses for the front porch, garage, fireplace, and other areas have all been successfully added. We hope this video has helped you better understand how to use bounding work lines and other tools to input and modify trusses in your layouts. Thanks for watching.